Imagine this. You're digging through a jar of pennies that's been sitting in your kitchen cabinet for decades. And suddenly, one coin jumps out at you. Ordinary at first glance, until you realize it's not ordinary at all. This tiny 2020 Lincoln penny, with no mint mark, could be worth more than your house, your retirement savings, even your dream vacation combined. Yes, you heard me right. A single 1-cent coin has been valued at over $7.2 million. Now, let me ask you this. How many times have you tossed a penny on the counter or dropped one in the couch cushions without thinking twice? Be honest. We all do it. And yet, one of those forgotten little coins might just be the ticket to a life of complete financial freedom. Scary thought, isn't it? How much wealth could be slipping through your fingers without you even knowing? So how did a coin worth just 1 cent climb into the millions? The 2020 Lincoln penny, especially the rare no-mint mark version, is a story of hidden rarity, collector obsession, and yes, a bit of luck. Most pennies minted in 2020 were stamped with a D for Denver or a P for Philadelphia. But a small handful slipped through the cracks without any mint mark at all. These mistakes, what collectors call error coins, are like lightning in a bottle. They're rare, they're unpredictable, and they're insanely valuable. And here's the kicker: wealthy collectors aren't just interested, they're competing. They're outbidding each other, driving prices up and up. Recently, one of these rare no-mint mark pennies shocked the world when it sold for an astonishing $7.2 million at auction. Let that sink in. A single coin you could hold between your thumb and forefinger, lighter than a paperclip, worth more than some mansions in Beverly Hills. Funny how life works, isn't it? We spend decades working hard, saving pennies, only to find out that one penny could have replaced years of struggle. Now, here's where the urgency comes in. If you're between 40 and 65, this is your moment. You've lived through decades where coins came and went, and chances are, you already own a few without even realizing it. That dusty coin jar in your garage? That shoebox of change in your closet? Even the pennies mixed into the cushions of your old recliner? Every single one of them could be hiding a life-changing fortune. But here's the hard truth: most people will never check. They'll let these treasures slip away, and they'll never know the wealth they could have passed on to their family. So let me ask you, are you the type of person who ignores opportunity? Or the type who seizes it? Take this as your wake-up call. Your penny might be the next $7.2 million discovery. And wouldn't it feel incredible to say you turn pocket change into a wealthy lifestyle, one that gives you freedom, security, and legacy? Imagine retiring early. Imagine passing on a fortune to your children. Imagine telling your friends, "I became a millionaire because of a penny." Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's already happened, and it could happen to you. So before you brush this off, go look. Go check your coins. Because the next great discovery might not be sitting in some collector's vault. It might be sitting in your home right now. And I'll leave you with this cliffhanger. Next time, I'll reveal another coin that looks even more common than the 2020 penny, yet its value might surprise you even more. You won't want to miss it. Imagine this for a moment. You're holding a simple 2013 penny in your hand, worth just 1 cent. But what if I told you that very coin could secretly be worth $7.5 million? Yes, million, with an M. And here's the kicker: thousands of Americans may have already spent one of these fortune-making pennies without ever knowing it. Now, pause and think. Could that be you? Could you be sitting on a small, brown, forgotten piece of copper that has the power to change your entire financial future? Scary thought, right? Losing millions just because you didn't know what to look for. Stick with me, because by the end of this video you'll know exactly how to spot this rare coin, what makes it so valuable, and why collectors are paying life-changing sums for it today. Pattern interrupt, light humor reset. And let's be honest, who hasn't shoved a handful of pennies into the back of a junk drawer, or worse, left them rattling around in the cup holder of the car? Well, today might just make you want to dig through that cup holder immediately. Here's where it gets fascinating. In 2013, the U.S. Mint released millions of Lincoln pennies, most with small mint marks, P for Philadelphia, D for Denver. But every so often, a coin slipped through with no mint mark at all. A mistake? Maybe. A deliberate test strike? Possibly. The truth is still wrapped in mystery, and that's what makes collectors go absolutely wild. Now here's why this matters. Coins without mint marks from modern years are extremely rare. When one shows up in pristine condition, it's like lightning striking. Demand skyrockets, collectors battle in auctions, and prices climb into the millions. In fact, one record-breaking 2013 no-mint mark penny sold for a staggering $7.5 million. That's more than the average American will earn in a lifetime. But don't worry, I'll explain what to look for. Because if you've got one of these tucked away in a jar, your retirement dreams could arrive a lot sooner than expected. Now, before I tell you the exact signs to look for on your coin, let me ask you something. What would you do if tomorrow you woke up and discovered you were suddenly worth $7.5 million richer? Think about it for a second, because this next part could make that a reality. Value, urgency, and call to action, ***. Here's the secret checklist every smart coin seller must know. First, look for a 2013 penny with absolutely no mint mark beneath the date. Second, examine its condition. Coins in mint state, shiny and untouched, are the ones collectors crave most. And third, rarity combined with demand is what drives these insane prices. When scarcity meets obsession, the value of something so ordinary becomes extraordinary. Now here's the urgent part. The longer you wait, the fewer of these coins remain in circulation. Every day, another coin disappears into private collections forever. Which means your window of opportunity could be closing fast. Don't ignore the coins lying around in jars, piggy banks, or even old wallets. Because the truth is, someone will cash in. The only question is, will it be you, or will you let this chance slip through your fingers like millions of other Americans already have? So check your change. Look carefully at every 2013 penny. If you find one without a mint mark, you might just be holding the key to a wealthy, worry-free lifestyle. And remember, your fortune might already be in your pocket. Next time, I'll reveal another modern coin worth a shocking fortune, one that's even more common than the 2013 penny. You won't believe which coin it is. Subscribe now so you don't miss it, because missing that video might mean missing your millionaire moment. What if I told you that a single penny from 1974, yes, the humble Lincoln 1-cent coin, could be your ticket to a $7.3 million fortune? Sounds unbelievable, right? After all, we've all been guilty of tossing pennies into jars, drawers, or even leaving them behind at the checkout counter. But what if that tiny copper coin you once ignored is actually worth more than most luxury homes in America today? Here's the kicker. The 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has shocked collectors and investors alike, fetching millions at private auctions. And yes, people just like you, ordinary Americans, have stumbled across these small treasures and walked away with life-changing wealth. Pattern interrupt, lighter tone. So before you think, nah, my pennies are just pocket change, let me ask. Do you check your pockets before laundry, or do you let the washing machine eat your millions? Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll not only learn why this coin is worth millions, but also how to tell if you might be sitting on a fortune right now. Let's rewind to 1974. America was in transition, post-Vietnam, economic uncertainty, and an ongoing debate about coin production costs. The U.S. Mint experimented with different materials, but among the standard copper pennies, a few unique versions slipped into circulation, most notably, those without a mint mark. Now, here's where it gets fascinating. A 1974 Lincoln penny with no mint mark is extremely rare. Collectors crave rarity, and rarity drives value. Combine that with pristine condition, and suddenly, a coin that once bought a stick of gum becomes a millionaire's dream. But wait, why would a missing mint mark make a penny so valuable? You'll want to pay close attention here, because this is the detail that transforms just another penny into an artifact of history worth millions. Here's the truth. Coins without a mint mark from 1974 were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but an unusual subset was produced with a level of rarity that can only be described as a collector's jackpot. Combine that with the fact that many were lost, damaged, or simply discarded, and the few surviving pieces in top condition are now commanding staggering prices. The most recent valuation? $7.3 million for a single coin. Yes, 7.3 million US dollars, for a penny you could be holding in your hand right now. Pattern interrupt, humorous. Imagine going to a gas station, trying to pay with that penny, and the clerk says, "Sir, you're a little short." Little do they know, you just tried to hand them a mansion. Now, here's where the urgency comes in. Millions of these coins were made, but only a fraction are valuable. Most people will overlook them. And that's the tragedy. While you're watching this, someone else might be digging through an old coffee can, pulling out the very coin that could change your life. So, let me ask you, have you checked your penny jar lately? Because that small coin sitting in silence could be worth more than your retirement savings, more than your house, more than a lifetime of work. The window of opportunity is narrow. Collectors and wealthy investors are constantly hunting for these rare 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies. And the market is hotter than ever. Don't let history slip through your fingers. Go through your change, open those drawers, check the old coin collections your parents left behind. Because somewhere out there, in a forgotten jar or dusty album, lies the chance to turn 1 cent into $7.3 million. And if you're still thinking, "It'll never happen to me," remember this: every millionaire who found one of these coins once thought the same thing. Until they didn't, your wealth, your legacy, your future, could be resting in the palm of your hand right now. So, will you check your pennies? Or will you let your fortune stay hidden in the shadows? Soft, dramatic close, the choice is yours. Imagine walking into your garage, opening that dusty old jar of pennies, and finding a single coin worth more than a luxury home. What if I told you the 1992 no-mint mark Lincoln penny ** could be worth an unbelievable $7.2 million today? Yes, a single cent, once ignored in pocket change, now capable of changing your life forever. Now, let me ask you this: when was the last time you really looked at your pennies? Be honest, most of us just toss them in a drawer. But here's the truth. Some of the rarest and most valuable coins in America are sitting quietly in those forgotten coffee cans and cookie jars right now. And one of them could be yours. The 1992 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a legend in the coin collecting world. Why? Because unlike the standard Denver or Philadelphia mint pennies, this one slipped through with no identifying mint mark. Just a clean, bare coin face. To the untrained eye, it looks ordinary. But to collectors? It's a masterpiece of rarity. Now, here's where it gets exciting, and a little terrifying. Most people who owned this penny had no idea what they were holding. They spent it on gum, candy, or worse, lost it under the couch cushions. That's millions of dollars, gone forever, and here's the twist. The few lucky people who held on, who took the time to notice the small differences, are the ones now sitting on fortunes. In auctions, this coin has shocked experts by reaching values of up to $7.2 million. Imagine the fear of realizing you once had it, and let it slip through your fingers. Quick question: would you rather regret selling a penny too early, or regret never even checking at all? I know what you're thinking. A penny? Worth millions? Next you'll tell me my old socks are collectible too. Well, unless your socks were worn by Elvis, probably not. But your pennies? That's another story. Here's the inspirational truth. The 1992 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just about coins. It's about opportunity hiding in plain sight. It's about the life-changing potential sitting right in your home, waiting for you to recognize it. Think about what $7.2 million could mean for you and your family. A wealthy, stress-free lifestyle. No more debt. Early retirement. A dream home. Travel whenever you want. Security for your children and grandchildren. But, and here's the urgency, you can't benefit from something you don't search for. Every day, people unknowingly spend rare coins that could have set them up for life. Don't let that be your story. So tonight, go through your old jars, your dressers, your forgotten piggy banks. Look carefully. That penny you dismiss as worthless could be the key to a wealthy lifestyle you never thought possible. And here's the cliffhanger I'll leave you with. The 1992 no-mint mark penny is just one of several pennies currently shocking the market with million-dollar values. In my next video, I'll reveal another Lincoln penny that most people overlook, but it could be sitting in your pocket right now. So stay tuned, subscribe, and remember, the difference between living ordinary and living wealthy might just be a single penny away. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket and realizing it could pay off your house, your debts, and still leave you living a life of pure luxury. Sounds like a dream, right? But what if I told you that a simple 2015 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has sold for up to $7.1 million? Yes, you heard me correctly. $7.1 million. Suddenly, checking your loose change doesn't sound so boring anymore, does it? For decades, Americans have tossed pennies aside, ignoring their true hidden value. Most people believe that pennies are worthless, just tiny copper coins better left in the ashtray of your car. But what if those so-called worthless coins are actually tickets to the wealth you've been dreaming of? Think about this for a moment. You might have been walking around with a life-changing treasure in your pocket. It could be sitting in a jar on your dresser, or buried in a coffee can in the garage. And if you've ever handled a 2015 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, you might already be holding one of the rarest and most expensive coins of our time. Now here's where it gets exciting and terrifying. The majority of people who've owned these pennies had no idea what they were worth. Some even spent them at the grocery store, giving away millions of dollars in change for a gallon of milk. Can you imagine? That's the fear and the urgency. So how do you know if your 2015 no-mint mark penny is one of the rare ones? Collectors and auction houses are looking for unique variations, pristine condition, and minting anomalies that set these coins apart. Some are struck slightly off-center, others have sharp details that stand out from the crowd. Combine rarity with demand, and suddenly, that coin in your hand isn't worth 1 cent, it's worth a fortune. Now, let me throw you a quick question. If you woke up tomorrow and found out that penny in your drawer was worth millions, would you cash it in immediately? Or hold out and let the value climb even higher? Yes, I see you smiling. You're already picturing yourself calling the bank, aren't you? This isn't just about owning a coin. It's about seizing an opportunity most people overlook every single day. And with demand rising among elite collectors, the urgency to check your coins has never been greater. Now picture this. You're no longer stressed about bills. You've retired early, traveled to the places you always dreamed about, maybe even bought that second home by the beach. All because you paid attention to something as ordinary as a penny. That's the power of knowledge, and the reward of being prepared. If you have old jars of coins, boxes from your parents, or simply the change you got from the corner store, you owe it to yourself to look closer. Because while most people ignore pennies, the smart ones, the wealthy ones, know they can hold life-changing value. And remember, the 2015 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a collector's item. It's a reminder that sometimes, the smallest things hold the biggest opportunities. So don't delay. Go check your coins tonight. Who knows? The key to your wealthy lifestyle might already be in your hands. In my next video, I'll reveal another US coin that's even rarer, and could make the 2015 penny look cheap by comparison. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. So subscribe now, hit that bell, and start preparing for your millionaire moment. Because your fortune might already be in your pocket.